Hello and welcome back for another episode of my Restarting Spanish. Today marks the 1 week mark, and I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but my voice is still a little bit, I'm ill. I'm still a little bit ill. My voice is still not at its best, and so I'm trying to speak loud enough for you to understand me, and I will also turn up the volume a little bit so you can understand me a little bit better. But also I'm kind of muffled, so my voice is kind of muffled, kind of not the same sound as usually, and I will probably record this video in small parts because my voice is sometimes just gone. So that's the plan for today. Now, in my last episode of this mini-series, I mentioned the first day of my restart. So this time we have the first week. And I will also include the amount from the first day, but only swiftly, and we will go through the areas for each, but only swiftly and only with one swipe. So I'm not going per day, but per category. Well, you will see what I mean. So, because I was ill and I was like 1.5 weeks at home because I was ill, I couldn't speak and I just was sleeping probably half of the time. I didn't do that much, and also I didn't really could focus. So yeah, if you're ill, then you're ill. That's fine. Now, for step by step, for my main resource for starting Spanish, I did miss half of the week just because I was, knocked out, not really there. So I only did 3 days of the 7 days, any step by step. But that's fine. Like I said, I was ill, so I'm not punishing myself or my body for being ill. So I still did a little bit on these days, and that's totally fine. So you have now on the screen the scripts or the notes I did take on these 3 days. And we have a total time of, that's not much, 14 minutes in step by step. So that's not a lot, but also I only did 3 days, and the last day where I did step by step, I was already kind of off and only did like 10 minutes or so, or even less. So that's totally fine. We're working with that. Now, moving on listening. In listening, I think I did the best, and I did listen every day in the first week. So at least like 15 minutes a day was no problem. And I did a total of listening of 3.5 hours. Because I was ill, I thought I would do a little bit more passive, so listening was perfectly fine. I could just watch something in Spanish and just relax and still learn something in Spanish. Now, moving on to the reading part. I also did reading each day, and I'm reading my deck of language learning resource. What's it called? Easy Reader? No. What's it called? 1 second. I have to look it up. I forget how my resource is called. Easy Spanish Reader. That's the name. And I did read every day at least one of these. Well, I don't know if you can call them chapters because they're like 1 or 1.5 pages long only, but they are kind of the chapters. And I finished at least one each day. And the total time in reading is also not that much. I hit half an hour, so it's not much, but we're making slow progress. We're building habits to read every day, so I think that's totally fine. So now, 1 second, my voice is nearly gone. So now it's better. For this, we're also come to the last part, the speaking part. I did nearly nothing of speaking, mostly because my voice was gone. So on the first day, I showed you a recording of my speaking, and on the second day, I did also a little bit of speaking, but I didn't record the time and I didn't record the speaking because I spoke with a colleague at work, and well, I obviously don't want to record my colleagues for, well, publishing something, so I didn't record that, and I just wrote down I did a little bit of speaking with a colleague, but I don't have a time, I don't have a recording I can show you. But we had just a little bit fun at work, and we're just like, well, testing our Spanish, because the colleague also doesn't have that much of Spanish knowledge, but it was fun. So we had a little bit of conversation at work. And that's also everything I did for Speaking in Speak. Like I mentioned, my voice is, well, gone. What I was gone. And my voice is still a little bit missing. You can hear it sometimes, and like I said, I will, well, cut this video like so you don't hear when I need to clear my throat. So you will hear just changes within a sentence where it's not completely the same voice, just because I need to clear my throat a lot, because my voice is still a little bit missing out. Also, you might have found out that I mentioned earlier I was kind of voiceless for 1.5 weeks. Yes, I'm recording this video like 2 weeks after starting my Spanish new, but with the numbers for the first week. So to make it really complicated for me to think about it. But anyway, these are the numbers for the first week. And in the first week I had a total of 4 hours and 45 minutes. So nearly 5 hours I did spend restudying my Spanish and learning, even though I, well, was ill. I'm still ill. My brain is not braining. Anyway. So I'm still continuing to learn Spanish even though I'm ill, and yes, I have some days I do basically nothing, but I think it's fine. Like I said, if you're ill, then you're ill. That's not a problem. And also I'm kind of speaking less in my foreign languages or in my not so advanced languages while ill, because I find that it is more of a strain for my voice if I'm ill and continuing speaking in not so advanced languages, because I need more focus to produce some of the sounds. I don't know if you can follow me, but I think that's everything. I did all of the steps and I did a total amount, and with that, I think you can now see if there is the video for the one month mark, or you can now see or take a look at the first day if you're more interested in that.